You obsessed with Ayanna Pressley or something? Why do you ask? Because you've quoted her like every day this week. I guess it depends on what you mean by obsessed, but yeah, I was in a meeting with her last week. And she put everything I've been trying to say into words, and I can't talk about it enough. Like, leveraging our letterhead is hers. She also talked about how Dems need to be more unapologetic in our desire to fill power, not just wielding scared power. Scared power, that's a cool term. Yeah, I never heard it before this conversation. Explain that you can't hold her accountable for the work of a Dem AG. Hold her accountable for the levers of power she does hold. And you can't assume that because someone's not in a bill, it means that they don't care. I've been guilty of that. Yeah, I know you have. You've been guilty of all of this. Rude. No, I prefer true. So you're saying I should follow Ayanna Pressley. Among other things, yeah. You're done yapping, right? You want to know my wins, don't you? Right, your wins. Fine, what are they? The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops put out a special message for immigrants. Why the finger quote? The special kind of message that they can only give in certain circumstances. Sounds like a big deal. Yeah, kinda. So what did it say? It's long, so I'm just gonna read the first sentence. Yeah, it's not like you go on and on or anything. You ask? Okay, go on. We are disturbed when we see among our people a climate of fear and anxiety around questions of profiling and immigration enforcement. We are saddened by the state of contemporary debate and vilification of immigrants. What happened to one sentence? I get the gist. Yeah, it's a pretty incredible statement. More wins for religion, yay. One day I'm gonna convince you that religion isn't all bad. Yeah, but that's not today. No, apparently not. So what's next? Clovis, California, which is where? Not all of us are in California, you know? The story is from the Fresno Bee, so where do you think? Oh, I totally didn't see that. You're not wrong. It's in the Central Valley, not the bluest area of the state. But they created an emergency fund for SNAP after the events of last month. Wow, you'd expect that from California, but not a red area. Right. It's not for that much, it's for $20,000. In a place like Clovis, that should help significantly. Republicans are acting like SNAP's so political, it's nice to see that they're not. Yeah, that was actually one of the things mentioned in the city council meeting. Okay, there's one more, right? Yeah, in South Carolina, the extreme reproductive rights ban that would have banned it at, quote, clinically diagnosable. But like pregnancy is a disease, they don't want it to include Plan B or contraception. Right, but clinically diagnosable? Yeah. Anyway, bill failed in committee 3-2 because 4 Republicans refused to vote. And this is kind of rare for South Carolina because bad bills just usually sit there. The only reason it got a vote at all is because the chairman is the one who introduced it. Well, that sounds embarrassing for him. Oh, very. And the Dems refused to vote for any amendment that could have made it better. Why? Because as Minority Leader Brad Hutto said, you can't make something bad better by voting for things. So we just didn't vote for anything. They should do that in the US Congress. I'm not sure it would work there, but I'm glad it's working for South Carolina. So the bill's not happening? No, not right now at least. Wait, every bad bill introduced in a red state isn't a given? And the people who tell you it is just want the clicks. Okay, rethinking a lot of things right now. Good, that's the goal every day, but I'm glad it's happening today. Yeah, it is, and my voice is my superpower when I use it.